Hello, it's Nancy today. I would like to welcome you out to the Fiddlehead patch, or the ostrich fern grove, or whatever you would call that. These are ostrich ferns. These are the ferns that make fiddleheads in the spring. Now, I was curious. I was out here and picked many fiddleheads in the spring. And I just wanted to know if I've damaged them by picking them. Does the plant send up more shoots to cover? And I don't see any shoots that are just plain shoots with no leaves on them. Just gonna search around. Now here's a patch where it's not as high as the others, but doesn't really tell me something. It could be because it's low lying right here. But I picked everywhere. Oh, look. Okay, now what is this? This is not the same kind. This is this kind. This is a cinnamon fern. Cinnamon. See here? That's a cinnamon fern. The rest are ostrich ferns. See, ostrich have those, look like, well, I don't know how you tell it the difference, except these have this area in between that's covered, and this is not. But you can tell when you look at these. It appears that some are just still coming up. Some are later than others. Now, is that because I picked them? Now, if I were to have one that I know I picked. Okay, let's look at this over here. Now, these are later. Okay? So let's go to the bottom and see what's down here. Is there any old pieces that didn't grow where I cut them? See these little bits, this stuff, oh, where'd it go? That brown stuff down there? Right in the way of that stuff grows. It's around the tops when they're balled up. I don't see any. I can't tell that there's been damage to the patch by my picking it. Somebody says that if you pick all of the, oh wait, look, here's something. Okay, now this has had, some have been cut, and 2 grew, but the rest never grew. It was because 3 were cut. Here, we have 2 were cut. But I cut tons. I didn't usually leave ones. Maybe the ones that are not as tall have had to regrow, but these are cut, these 3, and those 3, 5. So it put up more shoots, definitely. But that's the only one I see like that. Oh, here's some more. These 3, which left room for these, so only 2 of them grew. Looks like if I took 2, just took some and left the rest. Here's some here. These 5 were cut and 1 grew. Those 4 were cut and 4 more grew. And here, let's see this one. These are just coming out now. Oops. Yeah, see, these were cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's a lot of those that were cut. And it's still very small. Okay, here's another one like that. 3 were cut and 1 is still very small. And here, there's new ones coming up down at the bottom there, inside of the ones that were cut. You see those were cut? You see that? And it's putting up new ones. Okay, so it does weaken the patch to cut them. Boy, but I must not have cut many. It's amazing that I got bags and bags and bags of these. And still, now this one here only has one with him. One with him. It's amazing when I thought I was cutting so many, how it's obvious that I missed a million, which is a good thing. It means that the pressure on the patch is not so terrible. So perhaps these short ones here are the regrowth. Let's see. Let's check out this bottom of this. See now those are old stalks, but are they from this year or last year? Here's this has got a little one coming along. This has got a whole bunch that were cut off. And two are small and one is coming along. Okay, well that's what I found out. What did I find out? It weakens the plants if you take them all, or take a few. The stems don't appear to keep growing. If you cut them low enough, they don't appear to keep going. And it does appear that they do send out more growth to compensate for what you took. Now I'll have to see later in the season how they look compared to the other ones. But that was interesting, wasn't it? So you can harvest your fiddleheads. The plants will know you did it. And just like somebody told me, it's good not to do the same plants every time. Now see, these were bigger when they were cut. Those were cut taller, I believe. And two were allowed to keep growing. You can see that over here too. Those four were cut. And this one is just sending out a new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were cut. And one is big and one is growing. Okay, I'm going to have to go and read about this, but I think that it's important that you don't harvest it savagely everywhere, every year. And it's important that you don't take all of them, I believe, because you will stunt the patch. Now this area here, these are all quite small. Is that because they were taken early? Let's see what we find down here. Doesn't look like there was any growth there from this year. This one? No. So I don't think these were as big. Now wait, here's something here. And these are just still coming. Okay, oh that looks like poison ivy, but that's not. That's a pulpit thing. What do you call that guy? Creeper in the pulpit, or Jack in the pulpit? Jack in the pulpit, that's it. Okay, well that's Nancy today, coming to you today from the Fiddlehead patch, ostrich ferns. Goodbye.